Hello everybody and welcome to the Smackdown special episode in our WWE 2K25 Universe mode, Smackdown's New Year's Revolution, and we're kicking things off as always with the 24/7 title. Oh ho ho, New Year indeed. As it appears, Trick Williams is answering the call for the 24/7 championship here tonight on Smackdown New Year's Revolution. Obviously, Trick Williams, who's been here since, no pun intended, of our recent Raw episode, Day 1, here on Universe Mode. And Trick Williams obviously has had opportunities for the 24/7 title in the past, also had opportunities at the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Also was in the first ever men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Obviously failed all those opportunities. But Trick Williams, believing now could be his time to finally win his first piece of championship gold in his Universe Mode career. Obviously, Trick Williams, you can see there, very fired up for this opportunity. Also, we know there's a bit of history between Trick Williams and the current 24/7 champion, Joe Hendry, so it's a rivalry reignited here on SmackDown, this time for the 24/7 title. Can Trick Williams finally accomplish championship gold? But if he wants to do that, he is going to have to beat this man, Monday Night Raw's Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry, obviously for the past few weeks here on Universe Mode, has been on a roll, taking on all comers, some of the best in the world. Joe Hendry is taken out. Obviously, Joe Hendry, he doesn't look like much usually, but he's a very, very capable champion, as he has proved for the past few weeks. But can Joe Hendry take out a man who has been getting under his skin in Mr. Trick Williams? Can this potentially be the last time, however, that we see Joe Hendry here on Universe Mode as the 24/7 champion? Special episode of SmackDown New Year's Revolution. And Joe Hendry's been quite the revolution since he has burst on the scene here on Universe Mode. Our first of two championship matches scheduled for tonight. The 24/7 championship, as always, on the line.
Introducing the challenger from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 205 pounds, Trick Williams.
Trick Williams looks ready for this opportunity.
Weighing in at 250 pounds, the 24/7 champion, Joe
Joe Hendry looking down at that championship that he has in his possession. This is set to be an epic night. Episode 10 of Season 3 of SmackDown New Year's Revolution. We are on the road to the Royal Rumble. As you can see there, that prestigious 24/7 championship on the line. Trick Williams, the challenger. Joe Hendry, the current champion, who will walk out as 24/7 champion. We find out right now. Joe Hendry looking to start off the gate very fresh. Obviously, I say our first of two championship matches because later on tonight we are going to have an Intercontinental Championship match. Mark Briscoe makes his first title defense against the former champion and arch rival Kevin Owens. Also, after much waiting, much anticipation, the World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns, make their official return to Universe Mode as they are in non-title action against Pretty Deadly. Also, LA Knight and Swerve Strickland will finally come to blows, and we will hear from the Women's World Champion, Mercedes Moné. Also, Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion for the men, will be in action later on tonight. He will take on his former enforcer of the bloodline, Big Bronson Reed. Obviously, that's the fallout to Jay White recently challenging Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. As we are back to the action right now, Trick Williams looking to get some control in the early going of this match. A beautiful splash and an elbow to the champion. Obviously, Trick Williams used to be the protege of Monday Night Raw's Carmelo Hayes, who Joe Hendry retained the championship against on day one Monday Night Raw. So that recent performance by Joe Hendry possibly motivated Trick Williams to step out the gate. Obviously, the last time we saw Trick, he defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in one-on-one action, covered by Trick in a kick out. A lot of people believe that Trick Williams at one point was the future of this industry, but obviously Trick can still use this opportunity to show SmackDown higher-ups and the WWE Universe that Trick Williams is a very capable wrestler on the roster. As now Trick on the middle rope. Oh my God, a forearm. That could be a knockout blow to Joe Hendry there. Obviously, Trick, he's waited so long for an opportunity like this to come again. He doesn't want to miss out on this chance. Oh, the spinning kick. And Trick, I'm very impressed by this performance here in this match. Can we very well meet the man who's going to beat Joe Hendry for that championship? Trick Williams doing very good work here. Oh, and a vicious clothesline to Joe. And can this be it? Can Trick Williams become our next 24/7 champion? Oh, Joe Hendry with a perfectly timed shot to the gut. Tried to go for a drop kick. Trick saw it coming. Obviously, Trick possibly did his homework. And now here we go, these two rivals, Joe Hendry, Trick Williams, obviously meeting for the first time in Universe mode, but they have absolutely despised each other recently. Look at Trick, the confidence saying, hit me, come on. And Joe Hendry, he's got to be fatigued. Trick Williams is loving this as these two men come into blows, championship on the line. Obviously, neither one of these two want to miss out on this opportunity, and here we go. Hockey fight here on New Year's Revolution. Oh, went to go for the big spinning kick again. Joe Hendry able to avoid it. Oh, here we go. Into the fall away slam. You see a few marks on Joe Hendry due to the strikes that Trick Williams has sustained on him in this match, but Joe Hendry still fighting into the splash. And now the champion's found his opening. Oh, Trick tried to go for the enziguri, and Hendry able to respond into a neck breaker, but obviously Hendry also collapsing on the canvas as well. Both these men have taken a lot out of each other. Hendry, standing ovation. Can it be another successful title defense? Cover, hug of the leg. Joe Hendry is still 24/7 champion here on New Year's Revolution. Trick Williams did incredible in this match, but Joe Hendry managing to find an unseen energy source in order to retain that 24/7 championship. Look at this, bam! Hendry was taken out, left quite a mark, but obviously you see here Joe Hendry still managing to get back in this fight, connecting that fall away slam after mocking Trick Williams. And Hendry was firing on all cylinders from that point on, until finally the standing ovation connecting on Trick Williams, and that was all she wrote for Joe Hendry to successfully retain his championship once again. What a opening contest here to New Year's Revolution. Joe Hendry is still WWE 24/7 champion here on Universe mode. And now the question is, who can possibly stop Joe Hendry? But either way, what a match to kick off Smackdown New Year's Revolution. Well, here comes our Women's World Champion, Mercedes Moné, microphone in hand. She is set to address the WWE Universe, set to address her next challenger, Kairi Sane. Obviously, I've been on one hell of a run as your WWE Women's World Champion, and last week I found out my next opponent is a woman I know very well in Kairi Sane. Well, no matter when that match is, I am going to defeat Kairi and... say her name and she appears. Mercedes, I know perfectly well the last time we stepped foot in that ring together, you beat me. And soon we're going to have our match. But how about tonight? I pick a partner, you pick a partner, and we have a tag match in the main event. You're on. I'll see you in the main event. Well, the stage is set. Our main event tonight, Smackdown New Year's Revolution. Mercedes has to pick a partner. Kairi has to pick a partner as well. Obviously, it should be no surprise it's probably going to be Asuka of the Kabuki Warriors. But who will Mercedes Moné pick as the partner tonight? Hopefully we find out sooner rather than later. But what a confrontation between the Women's World Champion Mercedes Moné and the #1 contender Kairi Sane. And we got to find out when that match is going to take place. But what a statement, as I'm very excited for our tag team main event. Well, what an incredible main event we are going to get tonight in the women's division. But this rivalry's been shaping up for about a month now. Here comes the megastar, LA Knight, making his way to the ring.
Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds,
Obviously, for the past few weeks, LA Knight and Swerve Strickland have gotten under each other's skin. Obviously, two men with a lot of history back when they were part of AEW in our universe mode, and that rivalry's really seemed to shift over here to Friday nights. And obviously tonight, their rivalry will finally come to a head. And we've also been told by the SmackDown general manager Wolf Ferris that this match is also a qualifier for the men's Royal Rumble match. The winner of this match will officially be entered into that matchup. So a lot of stakes here in this match in New Year's Revolution, as LA Knight awaits the arrival of the former international champion.
weighing in at 225 pounds.
Obviously, Swerve Strickland has been trying to build his way back to the ranks here on Friday Night SmackDown. Obviously, night one of SummerSlam, he main evented that show, tried to take the World Heavyweight Championship from the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Didn't go Swerve's way, and ever since, Swerve's really been struggling to find his place on the card. LA Knight has also constantly reminded Swerve of his shortcomings. Swerve would love nothing more than to finally get revenge on LA Knight here tonight at New Year's Revolution. But obviously, we know how absolutely personal this rivalry has gotten, but now it is even more than that, because the winner of this match will go to the Royal Rumble. A lot on the line in this matchup. Look at the look on Swerve's face, seriousness in his eyes. He is running on business. Well, here we go. Who is going to the second annual Royal Rumble match? LA Knight, Swerve Strickland. It's going down right now. Oh, and LA Knight looking to start off this contest with a clothesline. Obviously, LA Knight's had his fair share of failed championship opportunities as well. Obviously, Payback, he tried to challenge main event Jey Uso for the Hardcore Championship. Didn't really go his way. And Swerve, with an incredible throw there to LA Knight. And Swerve now trying to show us all what he's capable of. And this is a different side of Swerve Strickland that we haven't really noticed. And now a bit of a collar and elbow tie-up. Obviously, last week on Smackdown, we discovered Ray Fenix will officially be entered into the Royal Rumble. Look at Swerve trying to push LA Knight away. Oh, into an uppercut. And a beautiful aerial maneuver there by Swerve. He can end this early. Can it be enough? And a kick out by LA Knight. Obviously, last year, Will Ospreay from Friday Night SmackDown won the Royal Rumble match. Tried to challenge the WWE Champion from Raw at the time, Drew McIntyre, at WrestleMania. Failed to win the belt. Maybe this year's Royal Rumble winner can get a lot more successful results. Neither Royal Rumble winner for the men or the women actually managed to win their subsequent championship matches at WrestleMania. LA Knight believes that the man who wins this year's Royal Rumble will in fact be him. Ooh, and a drop kick by Knight to Swerve Strickland. LA Knight now starting to find his game. Cover, hook of the leg, kick out at 2 by Swerve. Obviously, it's going to take a lot more than that to put the former #1 contender down. And now Swerve. Oh, wait a minute. No. Obviously, LA Knight also a little bit jealous. He's never gotten into the World Championship picture here in Universe Mode yet. LA Knight believes that that day is coming, though. Especially if he wins the Royal Rumble. And now LA Knight trying to find his vertical base into the air raid crash to Swerve Strickland. Cover. And a kick out again. Obviously, ever since it was revealed that this was also a Royal Rumble qualifying match, neither man is going to want to miss out on that opportunity. 30 men, 1 ring, 1 remains and goes to WrestleMania. LA Knight now looking for Swerve to get back to his feet. And another drop kick from the top. Beautiful by the megastar. And again going for the cover. Very desperate for LA Knight. And another kick out by Swerve. And now you got to think frustration could be setting in. Splash right at the back. Frustration must be setting in for LA Knight. Thinking, what do I have to do? Wait a minute. Listen to that ovation into the elbow. Beautiful heart-stopping elbow by LA Knight. Can this be it to go to the Rumble? He is. LA Knight has qualified for the Royal Rumble match. What a performance. LA Knight did not appear in last year's Royal Rumble match, but he will this year. What an incredible showing by LA Knight here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. He will join Jacob Fatu and Ray Fenix from SmackDown to qualify for the Royal Rumble match. Also, Solo Sikoa, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, AJ Styles, and Seth Rollins from Monday Night Raw. The stage is getting all the more stacked in the Royal Rumble, but look at this heart-stopping elbow by LA Knight. No BFT needed, and LA Knight is going to the Royal Rumble. What a victory. This was the victory that LA Knight desperately needed, and he has achieved it here tonight. Can we very well be looking at the winner of the 2nd annual Men's Royal Rumble? Will his name be LA Knight? What a victory for LA Knight here on SmackDown's New Year's Revolution. What a show it has already been here on SmackDown New Year's Revolution, but it's about to get better because after months and months away, it is the return of the World Tag Team Champions. The Motor City Machine Guns are back. Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley.
Contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 420 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Obviously, the last time we saw the Motor City Machine Guns was actually when they won the World Tag Team Championships, at the time called the Smackdown Tag Team titles, from the longest reigning champions, the Dudley Boys, in a very historic tag team match. Obviously, recently at Saturday night's main event, we found out Motor City Machine Guns will take on their first challenge at the Royal Rumble against Meta 4. But tonight, Motor City Machine Guns look to get back in action against another team who want to prove themselves. Pretty Deadly making their way to the ring.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 357 pounds, Elton Prince and Kid Wilson, Pretty Deadly.
Kit Wilson to your left, Elton Prince to your right. Pretty Deadly obviously have kind of found themselves a little bit lost in the shuffle recently in the SmackDown Tag Team division, but what a way for Pretty Deadly to finally be noticed in the SmackDown Tag Team division if they manage to spoil the Universe Mode return of the Motor City Machine Guns here tonight. Obviously, that could definitely earn Pretty Deadly a World Tag Team title opportunity down the road. Obviously, Pretty Deadly in their time on NXT UK and even NXT for that matter have been very successful, but obviously on the SmackDown side of things haven't really been going their way. But obviously all that can turn around here tonight. Imagine if Pretty Deadly managed to start off the new year beating the current World Tag Team Champions. Well, here we go. Chris Sabin, 10-time X Division champion, starting off the tag team match against Elton Prince. Obviously, titles are not on the line here tonight, but you got to think, obviously, Pretty Deadly can earn an opportunity with a win against the World Tag Champs. And you got to think the number one contenders, Noam Dar and Oro Mensah of Meta 4, have got to be watching this match closely now that Motor City Machine Guns are officially back here on SmackDown. We have been told that the reason why the Motor City Machine Guns have been out for quite some time was because Chris Sabin was dealing with a major shoulder injury, had to be out for a couple of months, but he has been medically cleared by our doctors, covered by Elton Prince to start off the match in a kick out. We saw a bit of hesitation by Chris Sabin to remove his shoulder, but to get his shoulder up, maybe still dealing a little bit with the effects of that injury, obviously wanting to defend the titles as soon as possible. Obviously, didn't want to risk the Motor City Machine Guns vacating those championships after working so hard to win them from the Dudley Boys. Oh, super kick there by Sabin. Obviously, both Sabin and Shelley very successful as both tag team and singles competitors. Both Sabin and Shelley, former TNA World Champions in their own right. Look at this by the Motor City Machine Guns. Beautiful double team action. Now Shelley. Oh, Alex Shelley tried to go for a moonsault there. Elton Prince able to move out of the way, and an uppercut right to the back of the neck. It's a tag to Kit Wilson now, Pretty Deadly, and then kick out, or sorry, a kick to the back of Alex. And obviously Chris Sabin, very successful in the TNA X division as well, as we previously mentioned. So Motor City Machine Guns, very lengthy resumes in their respective wrestling careers. That was before even coming to SmackDown and eventually being our current World Tag Champs. As what does Shelley have in mind now? Super kick. No. Wilson able to move out of the way. And a power slam. Beautiful. By Kit Wilson. Cover. Poke of the leg and a kick out at 2 by Shelley. But what about what we found out a couple of moments ago? Our main event tonight, Mercedes Moné will have to find a partner against Kairi Sane and Asuka of the Kabuki Warriors. Who will be Mercedes' partner? We will find out in our main event. Oh, beautiful shoulder tackle by Alex Shelley, one half of the World Tag Champs. Obviously, very few teams have been able to call themselves World Tag Team Champions. Pretty Deadly hope to be possibly the next, if not metaphor, at the Royal Rumble. Obviously, the Motor City Machine Guns looking to get back on the winning column. Beautiful tornado DDT there by Chris Sabin, who's now legal. And a knee right at the back of the neck as well, Elton Prince. As the Machine Guns looking to slow the pace of the match down a little bit. Nice clothesline there by Prince. Obviously, we've seen stranger upsets happen here on Universe Mode. Well, here we go. We're going to see some double team action from Pretty Deadly now. What is this? Oh, right onto the knee of Kit Wilson. Beautiful tag team chemistry there by Pretty Deadly. Obviously, back when Pretty Deadly were on AEW, booked by Dylan of the Long Island Wrestling Podcast, Pretty Deadly were actually prominently featured and were on their way to possibly becoming AEW World Tag Team Champions before, obviously, AEW was canceled in our Universe Mode all the way back in 2K23. Here's the tag again. And Pretty Deadly looking to impress here tonight. Oh, double shot right to the midsection and down to the back. Beautiful tag team continuity here by both teams in this matchup. Cover now by Prince again and a kick out by Chris Sabin. Oh, but look at that. Sabin was trying to crawl over to tag in Alex Shelley. Great in-ring IQ by Elton Prince of Pretty Deadly, trying to keep Chris Sabin isolated, trying to utilize as many double team maneuvers as possible in this matchup. Double knee gutbuster by Wilson. Is this enough to potentially beat the tag team champions? Oh, kick out at one by that. From that by Chris Sabin. That's the thing as well, the resilience of the Motor City Machine Guns. They have proved it many times back in Season 2 that the Motor City Machine Guns are willing to do whatever it takes to win a matchup. Oh, and try to go for yet another double team maneuver for Pretty Deadly. Sabin able to stop that from happening. Very smart. Otherwise, Motor City could have lost this match. Tagged Alex again. Are we going to see it again? In position. Sabin into the drop kick, into the flatliner. And now Motor City have got to be thinking, what do they have to do? Look at this. Armbar by Shelley. Will Wilson have to tap? No. Beautiful counter there by Kit Wilson, a Pretty Deadly. Shelley favoring his lower back, it seems. Obviously, Shelley isn't fully 100% either. Irish whip. Oh, try to go for an enziguri, it seems. Didn't really work out in his favor. Are we going to get yet another double team maneuver by Motor City? And the tag team champions, it feels so good to see them back. Back 100% and ready to go. And now Sabin into, well, we know it as the Gargano escape. Into the submission hold there, and Wilson able to counter. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns, good friends with DIY. Also a part of the Smackdown tag team division. Almost like a version of the Wasteland there. Shades of Wade Barrett. And now Elton Prince is tagged in. I was going to take this time to pose for the fans in attendance and the cameras. Obviously, not a very good decision if you are Elton Prince. But Pretty Deadly are still, in fact, in control. What a tag team matchup here on New Year's Revolution. Oh, and again, shot right to the knee. And Kit Wilson posing, but he doesn't realize Sabin's crawling. And Alex Shelley's legal yet again. Wilson doesn't realize it. See soon will. Hurricane Rana by Alex Shelley. Obviously, Sabin, the more injured member of the Motor City Machine Guns. Alex Shelley now all alone, looking to carry this team to victory. Oh, and Wilson hit on the turnbuckle, busted open, cover, and a kick out by Wilson. Obviously, Elton Prince was going to try to break up the cover just in case Kit Wilson was incapable of kicking out. I'll try to go for a chop. Beautiful counter by Wilson. And now Pretty Deadly. Back and forth battle here on SmackDown. This is incredible to see. Again, the Irish whip into the shot to the midsection, and now the ever so underrated Pretty Deadly are doing amazing here. Hopefully this is opening up SmackDown higher ups to potentially get Pretty Deadly more up the ranks in the SmackDown Tag Team division. And now Prince has Alex Shelley's arms tangled onto the top rope. Look at the double team maneuvers by Pretty Deadly have been absolutely amazing here. Way too overwhelming for the many months that the Motor City Machine Guns have been out of action. You gotta think maybe a bit of ring rust starting to show for the tag champs. And Chris Sabin, both men were thinking similar moves. Sabin struggling to get back to his feet. Again, double team maneuvers by Pretty Deadly here. Oh, into the elbow. What is next? Oh, God, right onto the neck. Chris Sabin could be out. And a heart-stopping elbow there by Elton Prince. This is insanity here that we are witnessing. We still got so much action still to come. Oh, this could be it. The neck breaker into the spine buster. Spilt milk is what they call it. Cover, and Alex Shelley immediately breaking up the cover. Very smart, because that could have been the end. That would have been a huge upset win for Pretty Deadly. Definitely would have earned them a World Tag Team title shot down the road. And again, are we going to see it? Once again with spilt milk. This is incredible. Cover. Hook of the leg by Elton Prince. Pretty Deadly have just beaten the tag team champions. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns are going to have to get themselves back up from that. Wait a minute. That is Metaphor. Noam Dar. Oro Mensa. We knew they were here. And the Motor City Machine Guns still have the gold, and Metaphor is going for it, as the stage is officially set for the Royal Rumble. Motor City Machine Guns will make their first defense of those World Tag Team Championships against the winners of the #1 Contenders Tournament at Saturday night's main event, Oro Mensa and Noam Dar of Metaphor. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns, things didn't go their way in their Universe Mode return. We got to think, where does Pretty Deadly fit in all this after that upset win? But as the way things are right now, the Royal Rumble, it'll be the Motor City Machine Guns defending the World Tag Team titles against Metaphor. As we are back here on SmackDown, there appears to be a situation going on backstage in our WWE Archives area, as that is Asuka of the Kabuki Warriors. I have no idea who she's fighting with. Oh my God. That's Athena, the former Women's World Champion. Athena, who has quite the history with Mercedes Moné. Athena's attacking Asuka backstage. Oh, obviously it's been a long time since we've seen Athena. I think she's grabbing I don't know if that's a microphone. That is a microphone. Oh, and a big super kick. It's been a while since we've seen Athena here on Universe Mode. I think the last time we saw her was when we were trying to crown our first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. Obviously things didn't go Athena's way in that matchup. And now she's attacking Asuka. You gotta think, is Athena going to be the mystery partner for Mercedes Moné in our main event? Well, Asuka trying to hold her own. Oh, two former women's champions going at it. Backstage, oh, Machka kick by Athena. Asuka trying to get herself back to her feet. Athena's trying to blindside Asuka. Maybe trying to get an advantage. Oh, Asuka, I think, was trying to bring Athena over to the ring of the first ever WrestleMania. But obviously Athena doesn't want to deal with that. These two ladies, obviously a lot of history in their own right, back in their days on NXT, when they met multiple times for the NXT Women's Championship, back when Athena was called Ember Moon down there. Oh! Obviously Athena's not forgotten, but Asuka trying to hold her own against the returning Athena here tonight. Anything can happen here on New Year's Revolution. Obviously, we're on the road to the Women's Royal Rumble. Obviously, you see the barbershop backdrop there. Oh! Asuka with a drop kick there. Brutal shots by Asuka. The first ever Raw Women's Champion in Universe Mode. Ooh! Nice takedown there by Athena. And again, throwing Asuka. Obviously, Athena very accomplished in Ring of Honor as well. What is this? Ah, flatliner by Athena. And Athena has taken out Asuka before our main event. And obviously with that, I guess Kairi Sane's going to have to find a new partner. We'll try to provide a medical update on Asuka if possible, but there could be a possible concussion. But we'll try to provide medical updates if they become available. Very chaotic scene here on New Year's Revolution. We're back here on New Year's Revolution. Roman Reigns. Oh! Well, that's Switchblade Jay White. The man who challenged Roman Reigns last week. Switchblade Jay White is here. Attacking Roman Reigns, obviously the world champion. Set to go in action against his former Bloodline enforcer, Big Bronson Reed, in non-title action. But Switchblade Jay White attacking Roman Reigns before the bell can even begin. As now this match is underway. Obviously a whole lot of drama in the Bloodline saga. Obviously we saw on Monday Night Raw one half for the WWE Tag Team Champion Solo Sikoa having issues with his brother Jimmy Uso. Oh, and Bronson Reed into a buckle bomb on the world champion Roman Reigns. Obviously not going to be 100% after that cheap shot by Switchblade Jay White before the match could even begin. Oh, and an axe handle. Obviously that's due to the WWE Champion The Rock controlling Solo Sikoa to join Team Bring It. Obviously who could forget Bad Blood earlier this year when Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, and Solo Sikoa teamed up to take on The Rock and the Tongans. Obviously Bronson Reed must not have forgotten about the attacks by The Rock. Maybe he doesn't really forgive Roman Reigns for forgiving The Rock. Oh! Big boot by the Tribal Chief, and now the World Heavyweight Champion is going to have to find a way to get back to 100%, keep a level head in order to get back into this matchup. Obviously, we saw a few moments ago, Pretty Deadly shockingly beating the World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. Roman Reigns does not want that same fate to befall him against Bronson Reed. Into the spear now. Reigns wanted the spear early. Bronson Reed able to avoid it. Oh no. Air raid crash by the big man. Bronson Reed. I had the opportunity to speak to him before New Year's Revolution got on the air after we found out that this match was taking place. Bronson Reed says he's been waiting for this day to finally face Roman Reigns to prove if there's anyone capable of beating him, it's Big Bronson Reed. And we could see it right here. Bronson Reed into the tsunami mist. Bronson went for the tsunami. Obviously, Roman Reigns, last year when he was a part of Monday Night Raw, brought Bronson Reed to Universe Mode to be a part of his bloodline. Roman believes he is responsible for the successful career of Bronson Reed. And now Roman looking to get back in this thing into the clothesline. Obviously, if Bronson Reed manages to beat Roman Reigns, that would surely put Bronson in line for a world title shot down the road. A lot of people believe Bronson Reed is world championship material. He just hasn't found his opening yet. But Roman Reigns obviously feeling a sense of betrayal that he is facing Bronson Reed here tonight on Smackdown New Year's Revolution. But Roman Reigns into the elbow drop to the big man. Now going for the cover. Is this enough to win the matchup? Oh, that was almost it right there. Roman Reigns is furious. You can't really blame him. Probably thinking, what do I have to do to put this monster I created away? Oh God, Roman Reigns is choking his former ally. Obviously Bronson Reed, not blood related to the bloodline, but a good weapon nonetheless. That was Roman's words, not mine. Irish whip into the spear to Bronson Reed. Here is the cover, hug of the leg. Roman Reigns has beaten Bronson Reed here on New Year's Revolution. While Jay White tried to essentially cost Roman Reigns this matchup against Big Bronson Reed, but Roman Reigns still able to do what he does best. Arrive, wreck everyone, and leave. And Roman Reigns leaves, surely not 100%, but still a victor in this match nonetheless. Bronson Reed wanted a chance to be in the ring with the Tribal Chief. He now knows what it's like, and it's not a very good sight indeed. Roman Reigns, beautiful spear, able to take the big man down, and just like that, Roman Reigns wins again. And you got to think after that, Jay White has got to be thinking, how in the hell am I going to beat Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship? What a victory for Roman Reigns, our current World Heavyweight Champion, here on New Year's Revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is already time for our co-main event of the evening here on SmackDown New Year's Revolution. As it is a Intercontinental Championship rematch. As here comes the current champion, Mark Briscoe, who successfully cashed in Money in the Bank 2 weeks ago to win that championship. His first singles title in his Universe Mode career. It was 2 weeks ago in the main event of SmackDown, where Kevin Owens was due to defend the Intercontinental Championship against the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu. Obviously, Mark Briscoe has gotten under Kevin Owens' skin weeks and weeks before, but Mark Briscoe, in the middle of that matchup, cashed in Money in the Bank, made it a triple threat match, and managed to win that Intercontinental Championship. Tonight, Mark Briscoe defends it for the first time since winning it. Look at that belt in the hands of Mark Briscoe. He dedicated that championship win to his late brother, Jay Briscoe. Mark Briscoe, his overall third title reign in his Universe Mode career. Obviously a two-time WWE Raw Tag Team Champion. But Mark Briscoe makes his first defense as Intercontinental Champion here tonight against his arch rival, Kevin Owens. And obviously, for the prize fighter, he is not very happy. Obviously, Kevin Owens made it known last week that his issues with Mark Briscoe are far from over. Tonight, Kevin Owens looking to become a 2-time Intercontinental Champion here on New Year's Revolution. Obviously, it's been well documented how hard Kevin Owens had to scratch and claw to even win a title in his Universe Mode career after numerous failed championship opportunities. And Kevin Owens said Mark Briscoe took all that away from him because, quote, Mark Briscoe was too much of a bitch to try to take it from Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens looking to take that championship back here tonight in our co-main event of New Year's Revolution. The prestigious Intercontinental Championship is on the line once again here on Smackdown. Another chapter in the rivalry between Briscoe and Owens. Can Kevin Owens become a 2-time champion here tonight? Who would have thought we would ever see Mark Briscoe holding singles gold here on Universe Mode? That's what it's all about. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line in our co-main event. Briscoe the champion, Owens the challenger. And you gotta think Kevin Owens does not like being addressed as a challenger. Here we go, our rematch starts right now. Obviously these two have met a couple of times in the past, and it is going to be ugly. These two men want to beat the holy piss out of each other. Oh, an impaler. Briscoe just hit Jacob Fatu's move on Kevin Owens. Talk about a punch to the face. Devil inside. Mark Briscoe is firing on all cylinders. Mark Briscoe has lost it. Cover and a kick out. Obviously, Mark Briscoe wants it to be a quick night in the office. Obviously, no intentions on losing that Intercontinental Championship anytime soon. Finally a singles champion in his Universe Mode career. We're on the road to the Royal Rumble. And Briscoe, pile driver to Owens. Very, very fast-paced start for the champion. And a cross body to Owens. And the action spilling to the outside. It has been all Mark Briscoe since the opening bell. Owens able to counter into a DDT to the floor. Remember, Kevin Owens should know better than anyone. He cannot win the Intercontinental Championship by count-out or disqualification. He has to pin or submit Mark Briscoe inside the ring. Briscoe has champion's advantage. Owens realizes, oh, wait a minute, trying to go to the top rope. Briscoe slides back in the ring. Briscoe saying, I'm right here, but Owens into the axe handle. And Owens saying, come on, bring it. These two men hate each other. Hate's a strong word, but it's the only word that can be used to describe these two men. Here's the cover again by Briscoe to retain in a kick out. And Briscoe, coffin drop to the back of Kevin Owens. That was a beautiful maneuver. And Briscoe is wowing us every time he steps foot into a Universe Mode ring. That is why he has had such a meteoric rise, not just because of the Money in the Bank contract. Meteor! And Briscoe's even impressed by that. Cover and a kick out. Owens hasn't had an answer for really anything Mark Briscoe's hit tonight. Super kick. That's a pretty good answer. And now Owens trying to find a vertical base. You see Owens trying to decimate Mark Briscoe. He hates this man for all the torment Briscoe's bestowed on him in recent months. Think about when Owens was champion. Mark Briscoe politicked his way into forcing Kevin Owens to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Orange Cassidy and Dirty Dom Mysterio alike. And now Briscoe, look at the power into a Falcon's Arrow. You have got to be kidding me. Mark Briscoe's a possessed demon. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, try to go for whatever maneuver that was. Now Owens, pop a powerbomb. And Owens knows that's not going to get the job done. Going to go straight out the gate into a stunner. Stunner to Mark Briscoe to win the championship back here on Smackdown. Almost did it. What a championship match. Briscoe has been champion now for 14 days. Fight forever chance. Briscoe able to move out of the way. Oh, hooks the arms. Power bomb. Mark Briscoe obviously was the greatest night in his career 2 weeks ago, but he does not want to lose it that quickly. Sure, he'll always go down in history having a successful Money in the Bank cash-in, but oh, here we go. Briscoe's gonna go for it. The J-Driller connects on Kevin Owens. Can this be enough to retain here on SmackDown? Owens grabbing the bottom rope. That could have been it, but Kevin Owens grabbing that bottom rope, saving the matchup. And Briscoe gone. Kiss goodnight. And now Briscoe into the sacrifice, looking to separate Kevin's shoulder. Kevin Owens is getting brutalized in this matchup. Is the Intercontinental Championship that worth it? It is to these two men. One of the most personal rivalries in Universe Mode history. Mark Briscoe into a powerbomb to Owens. And now look at Mark again. Oh, shot right to the face. And you see Briscoe saying, I'm the man now. I am the champion. That he indeed is. Think about the men who have held that Intercontinental Championship in the past, minus Kevin Owens. Obviously Rey Mysterio, Finn Balor, Switchblade Jay White, Grayson Waller, Eric Rowan. So many talented men have held that Intercontinental Championship. Mark Briscoe being the current. And Briscoe went for the moonsault, failed to connect, and a super kick by Owens. That's why they call it high risk. Win, lose, or draw. That's got to hurt in the morning for Mark Briscoe. And now Kevin Owens tried to bring Briscoe back inside the ring. Referee on the count of 3. Kevin Owens trying to get a breather inside the ring. He knows he can't win the match by countout, but Briscoe able to get back to his feet. And a stunner. Will Kevin Owens do it? Cover. Hug of the leg. Briscoe kicks out again. And now the frustration's got to really be setting in for Kevin Owens. That's 2 stunners now. Briscoe's kicked out of frog splash. Gonna go for it again. Oh, look at this. Owens, feet are on the ropes. Almost got it. Briscoe able to kick out. This match continues. What a match. And we still got one more match to go after this. But this has got to be one of the most highly contested title matches in the history of Universe Mode. And Mark Briscoe trying to get back in this contest. These two men know each other so well. They have an answer for everything that they're trying to hit. Drop kick by the champion. And now Briscoe gonna go for the cover again. Can this be enough to retain? No. These guys have hit everything they have to offer. None of them know the meaning of the word quit. Owens went for the elbow. Briscoe able to avoid it. Oh, big punch. And a kip up. Owens trying to get back to his feet using the ropes. Oh, what's Briscoe got in mind? Oh! Sending Owens to the outside yet again. And Briscoe is fired up. What the hell's this maniac doing? Oh! Who would have thought we'd have this nut job as Intercontinental Champion? Now has Owens. Oh! Plants him on the outside. And Briscoe's going to try to end Kevin's career. No! Oh, taking him down on the outside. KO to KO. Briscoe is absolutely insane. Kevin Owens hasn't moved. Owens is out. This could be it. Cover. Count to 100. No! Owens is alive. Kevin Steen is alive. You've got to be kidding me. Obviously, these two men have known each other for years. I've never seen either one of these two men withstand so much punishment. How is neither of them bleeding yet? Especially Kevin Owens. Oh, punch right to the side of the head of Briscoe. This rivalry has gone too far. Obviously, Owens is pissed off. He is not the Intercontinental Champion. He was not pinned or submitted in that triple threat match. Briscoe pinned Jacob Fatu, and Kevin Owens is suffering the consequences. He wants that title back. Briscoe's tried everything on Owens, and Owens is still alive, and he is in control. We could have a two-time Intercontinental Champion here tonight. The first time in the title's history that title has a two-time champion in our universe mode. Owens again on the top. Swanton bomb connecting. Will Owens do it? Cover. Hug of the leg. Kevin Owens is a two-time Intercontinental Champion. Kevin Owens wins the title back. But boy, what a performance by Mark Briscoe. Kevin Owens is the first ever two-time Intercontinental Champion in Universe Mode history. But what a match between these two titans, these two rivals. Look at this by Briscoe, the now former champion, into a beautiful Falcon's arrow. And obviously these two men have done their homework, but Kevin Owens can say he has the upper hand. It was right here where Mark Briscoe could have retained the championship, Jay Driller, but Owens was way too close to the bottom rope, was able to grab it just in time. And it was also right here, Mark Briscoe had Owens on his shoulders and planted him. We thought that was it, but Briscoe just kept on coming. Look at this. The Rochambeau on Kevin Owens didn't work. Owens managing to bounce back. Beautiful swanton bomb. And just like that, Kevin Owens is a two-time Intercontinental Champion. All is right with the world, at least in Kevin Owens' world. Kevin Owens wins that championship back. What a victory for Kevin Owens. Once again, our new WWE Intercontinental Champion. Well, despite that amazing match we just witnessed, it is time for our main event of the evening.
Contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, Massachusetts, the WWE Women's World Champion, CEO Mercedes.
Obviously, we saw the confrontation earlier on tonight. Mercedes Moné and Kairi Sane issuing the challenge for our main event tonight. Obviously, later down the road, Mercedes Moné will defend that Women's World Championship against Kairi Sane. But also earlier on tonight, we saw the reemergence of this woman who attacked Asuka backstage earlier on tonight. The former Women's World Champion, Athena, is back. Athena, obviously, we're on the road to the Royal Rumble. We're going to have some faces reemerge to try to get their way to WrestleMania. We know the history between Mercedes Moné and Athena outside the WWE, but it appears tonight they're going to be partners for the first time ever here on Universe Mode to take on Kairi Sane. And, well, it was supposed to be both members of the Kabuki Warriors, but obviously Asuka not medically cleared to compete tonight. So Kairi Sane had to find a partner. Has she chosen a partner, or will this be a handicap match?
Representing Damage Control from Yamaguchi, Japan, Kairi Sane.
Obviously, last week on Smackdown, Kairi Sane defeated Shayna Baszler to become the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. Obviously, Kairi Sane and Mercedes Moné have met in New Japan Pro Wrestling over the IWGP Women's World Championship, a title that Kairi Sane is the inaugural holder of. Obviously, Kairi Sane emerged in Universe Mode in Season 2, had opportunities at the SmackDown Women's title in the past, but Kairi Sane believing that this time she can beat Mercedes Moné, but obviously that is later down the road. Tonight at New Year's Revolution, Kairi Sane has to find a partner. Asuka is not medically cleared. Our doctors have not advised her to compete tonight. So who has the #1 contender chose as her partner to even the odds against Mercedes and Athena? Wait just a minute. No way she's here. It can't be. Oh my goodness. The beautiful madness has arrived. Obviously, there's a turn. You can find high friends in high places. You meet tons of friends down the road. The beautiful madness, Julia, has arrived. Julia, one of the hottest free agents in professional wrestling. It's been rumored for months that Julia was coming to Universe Mode, and she's on Smackdown. Obviously the hottest women's division in our Universe Mode. What a surprise. Julia will team up with Kairi Sane. What a development here. Well, obviously we're going to get a little preview. Mercedes Moné and Kairi Sane will start off this women's main event. Julia is on the SmackDown roster. You've got to be kidding me. Obviously, we're on the road to the Royal Rumble, which evidently leads to the road to WrestleMania. Obviously, everyone's going to want to be a part of it. Oh, Kairi trying to roll up on the champion early, and a kick out by Mercedes. It's already wild enough that Mercedes Moné and Athena are teaming up tonight, but now we're getting Kairi and Julia. This is Julia's Universe Mode debut, and she is on the main event of Friday Night Smackdown, a special episode of Friday Night Smackdown nonetheless. And we're going to see Julia go. Look at this. Oh! Double knees right at the back of the champion. And now Julia is going to show us what the beautiful madness is made of. Knees right at the back of the neck into a drop. Obviously, we've been told very, very good things about Julia. The work she has done outside the WWE. Now she's here. The debuting Julia now on the top rope. Mercedes, no idea where she is. Julia realizes Mercedes is way too... Oh! Mercedes able to stop Julia dead in her tracks. And now... into the Russian leg sweep, and now trying to go for punches and bunches. That's the thing. Could you imagine if maybe in this tag team match, Julia manages to pin the Women's World Champion? That would be absolutely insane. Now into the reality check. And Julia's busted open. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Now Athena's legal. And Julia tags in Kairi. Athena. It was already weird enough that she's back, but we're getting the debut of Julia. And Kairi Sane into a powerbomb to Athena. Obviously a lot of history between these two women back down in NXT. And now Kairi Sane having to fight this alone. Julia obviously trying to recover on the outside. It's temporarily 2-on-1 for Kairi Sane. The same situation she found herself in earlier on in the night. Springboard. Hurricane Rana connects on the former women's champion. Oh, Julia now getting back in. Frequent tags between Kairi and Julia. And now Julia. Oh, Athena running into the referee. Drop kick. Athena, the longest reigning champion in Ring of Honor history. A very, very amazing accomplishment. And look at this double team maneuver by these two ladies. United for a common enemy. And now Mercedes. Oh, into a springboard cross body. And you gotta think, maybe Athena is trying to team up with Mercedes, almost like a you scratch my back, I scratch, or I scratch your back, you scratch mine sort of deal. As Mercedes trying to go for a submission on Julia. With the beautiful madness able to counter. And now are we going to see a double team between these two ladies once again? Oh, look at this. Oh, great teamwork there. And now Kairi will try to go for a move on Mercedes, but Mercedes more focused on Julia. Seems like Julia has Mercedes' attention. Mercedes wanting a neck breaker, but Kairi counters into one of her own. Kick right at the back of the champion. What a show it has been here tonight. This is our main event, women's tag team action. Ooh, big knee there by Mercedes Moné. Obviously, we know so many women's talents that are going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. Speared by Kairi Sane on Athena. Is this enough? Mercedes immediately breaks up the cover for her team. But Kairi Sane not going to let the frustration get to her too much. Once again tags in Julia. And just like earlier on, the backstabber there. Now Julia rolls up Athena to get the win, kick out. Very smart strategy by Julia, but unfortunately didn't work out in her favor. What the hell is this? Oh, beautiful suplex by the debuting superstar. And now Julia on the top, drop kick on the outside. And Julia's fired up, happy to be here on the blue brand. We thought the women's division was already stacked. Think about all the good things Julia can do here on Smackdown. Cover. to get the victory. Oh, almost got the win for her and Kairi Sane. One of the most chaotic nights in Universe Mode history. Tag again to Kairi. Here we go. Ooh, beautiful double throw there by these two ladies. Oh, but the champion's back in. Mercedes is legal. Backstabber. Into the Monet. Into the bank statement, I meant to say. Kairi able to break it up thanks to the ropes. Mercedes. What the hell is this? Oh, face plant. Oh, but Julia, the quickness. Oh, trick kick. Roundhouse kick to Julia. Mercedes doesn't give a damn. And try to go after Kairi and Rinsiguri. Mercedes trying to fight off her #1 contender. But Kairi still fighting on. Obviously a cheap shot by Mercedes Moné to Julia. But now Kairi. Oh my god, stretching the legs of Mercedes. And Athena breaking it up for her team, returning the favor. And now Kairi face to face with Athena. Athena knew she had to get back onto the apron, but obviously unfinished business. Kairi's pissed off that Athena put her tag team partner Asuka on the shelf. Can't really blame her. And now once again these two amazing talents double teaming here. Who would have thought we would ever see this? And now Julia has the champion in possession. Brain Buster. Is this it? To pin the women's champ in her debut. Julia's pinned the women's world champion. Julia and Kairi Sane with the win. But Julia has just pinned our current women's world champion. What a development. Obviously Asuka was taken out of action earlier on tonight thanks to Athena. Kairi thought she was alone. At least we all thought Kairi was alone. But no. What about the tag team chemistry between Mercedes and Athena? A shocking team already in its own right. But Julia and Kairi were able to make up for that with great double team work of their own. The elbows to Athena and a spear by the #1 contender Kairi Sane, but Julia impressing in a huge way in her Universe Mode in-ring debut. We didn't even think Julia was even here, let alone signed a contract, but it is official. Julia is a part of Friday Night Smackdown permanently. And we thought Mercedes was actually going to get the victory for herself and the returning Athena. Look at this, stretching the body of Kairi into the face plant. But Julia, with her quickness, managed to get herself legal as well. And in one of the most shocking moments in SmackDown history, Brain Buster, and in Julia's first night on SmackDown, she has pinned the Women's World Champion.
Here are your winners, the team of Kairi Sane and Julia.
What a victory. What a show on our first ever SmackDown New Year's Revolution. It's a new year and it's a new era. What a victory for the #1 contender Kairi Sane and the newest member of the SmackDown roster, Julia. What a moment here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude New Year's Revolution in our WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. Special shout out to Will Ferris for booking this card and every other SmackDown card in our Universe Mode for the past 2 years. And ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy, Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace.